everybody. Today you are here on.
Hey guys, welcome to You Rock.
where we bring you weekly topics and new content.
This is You Rock Radio, bringing you global entertainment. Have fun.
Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about a very fascinating Netflix series. It's called Umbrella Academy. Yeah, it's called Umbrella Academy. But sadly today I'm not here with my co-host Angela because I think she just couldn't make it today for some reason. So I'm going to be talking about Umbrella Academy. It's basically about. Sorry. Okay, it's basically about 7 kids that were born on the same day. Okay, wait, let me start from the beginning. So 7 women that were never pregnant, they got pregnant at the same time on the same day, but they were never pregnant. They just got pregnant out of nowhere. And 7 kids were born, and all the kids had superpowers. So one of them, they were good with knives. One was super strong. One could like whisper something in your ear, saying, "I heard a rumor," and then what she said, it will happen to you. One of them was he could talk to dead people, and then the last one he could teleport from place to place. So there was a 7th kid. She was a girl, and everybody in the family thought she didn't have powers. So anytime they were doing stuff, they were famous at this time. Like this was in like I'd say 1970 or 1980 something like around there, and they were famous. And there were 7 of them. So the last kid, the girl, everybody in the family thought she didn't have powers, but it turned out she did. But I'll get to that part later on. So they used to they used to really what's the word now? Catch like robbers when they used to rob banks. If they're robbing shops, they'll be the one to go and like help the people. They were basically like superheroes and stuff like that. So as they got older, they were all and sorry, they had the dad, and the dad was old, and he was the one that bought all the kids of each parent that had like the kid. So basically, he was a madman. Like he was always in his room. He barely loved them. He just used to have them there because he wanted to be known for something. So yeah, as time flew on, they were all leaving the house one by one. They left. The first one left. The second one left. The last one left. Only one of them stayed. So when the first son is the one that stayed in the house with the dad. So when he now stayed, the dad sent him to the moon to go and like just do projects and stuff like that. So he came back. I think something hit the moon, like a meteor or something like that, and he came back wounded. So the dad came. And they have a pet monkey that he can talk and everything like that. So yeah, the dad and the pet monkey came and they were doing surgery on him. So they injected something into him to make the man like he basically turned into a monkey himself because he became very hairy. So yeah, so as they all got older, that boy stayed with the dad. Then they all left. That boy that's basically turned into the monkey, he left too. Then all of them, one of them became an alcoholic. One of them became a movie actress. The girl became a movie actress. One boy became an alcoholic. One of them became a police officer. What was the fourth one? Sorry. Well, one of them played the violin for like orchestra and stuff like that. And then yeah, that's all. Yeah. So one day, all of them were just living their life. They were just doing what they do naturally, and they looked on the TV, and the dad was dead. So they all decided to come back together, just to pay, like tribute to him because obviously he died, and they have to do everything. Oh yeah, and one of the kids, so the one that can teleport, yeah, he teleported into time. So basically, the dad told him, "Do not teleport. Don't teleport into time because teleporting into time is another big step that you're not ready for." So the son thought he was just being arrogant, and he started to teleport. He teleported into time until he teleported into the end of the world. So the son that he told not to teleport, he basically teleported into time and he was stuck in the end of the world forever. And he's seen all his brothers and sisters dead. So obviously he got lonely, everything like this. Time passed. When they were doing the funeral for the dad, one of the siblings started fighting. They were arguing about rubbish, and they were just talking. Then out of nowhere, one blue lightning came, and it was that brother that teleported from a long time ago. He came back, and they were so surprised, but he didn't even age because he stayed as his young self because I think something happened with the formula that he tried to use to teleport. So basically, when when they seen him come back, they were so surprised and shocked. And the brother said that we only have 7 days because the end of the world is gonna come soon. And then they were all shocked. They were scared. They didn't know what to do. Then one of the brothers that could talk to the dead, you know the way that the dad is obviously he just died recently. He was talking to the dad, and the dad said that I killed myself on purpose so that all of you guys can come together. and they were just saying, okay, yeah, so that means maybe, how did you know about the end of the world? How did you know this? How did you know that? And they were so surprised and shocked. Then, like 4 days passed, and there were 7 of them, and they thought 6 of them had powers. So time passed. There was this madman that okay, how do I put this now? The 7th girl that they thought didn't have powers, she was very lonely because like they always excluded her from everything. She was never really helping them like save the world and stuff like that. So there was this madman that came out of jail, and he started to love the 7th girl, but it was fake love. He just wanted the world to end. So he started to love the girl, and the dad gave the 7th girl pills to make sure that she didn't have powers, because she actually had powers though, but her powers could just end the world. So more man he started to love her, show her that he loved her a lot and everything like that. Then out of nowhere, he took her pills, he did all this, he did all that, showed her that he loved her. Then as they started to grow like together, like like they started to love each other more. Since no one ever loved her in her life, she only had a connection with the guy that loved her. So they started to go together, and she just keep in mind she wasn't taking her pills, so she didn't know how to act and stuff like that. So she stopped taking her pills. Then that violin, she plays the violin, and when she started to play the violin without taking her pills, stuff started to happen. So it actually turns out that she was the one that was gonna end the world. The seventh girl in the family, the one that they thought she didn't have powers. The dad knew that she had powers all along, and he knew that something was gonna happen if they didn't come back together. So yeah, basically, she's the one that ended the world, and all 6 of the kids tried to stop her, but they couldn't stop her, and she was too powerful for them. So she was playing the violin in the orchestra, like with all the orchestra people, and then she couldn't even control the power herself. That's why the dad was so afraid of her, that she would do something. So she was playing the violin, and then she shot like a beam out of like the room they were in, and it hit the moon. Then the moon started to come down, and it basically just touched. It basically, if say a meteor was coming down to the world, it's gonna make the world explode. So the world ended up exploding, and the son that could teleport, he basically teleported all of them back into another time in 1970 something, but they were all stuck in different time frames, so they didn't know what to do. And yeah, that was the end of the first season. But I'm gonna do the season 2 probably next week Friday, because time is not really on my side today. So yeah, that's all for now. Sorry I didn't get to explain it too well though, but at least next week Friday I'll explain it properly. So thank you guys for listening. Thanks a lot. I'll be here next week Friday. Thanks.